Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Reality TV Africa. And you're here and we're back with another review. This time it's for Mummy Club Sugar and Spice episode 3, guys. Are you guys watching this show? Tell me, be honest, comment below. Tell me what you think, and I'll just start as usual, which is to rate the episode. Listen, I don't know if production are watching my reviews or who's watching my reviews, even on my other socials, TikTok, Instagram. I am begging you, please, can we get shorter episodes? We need shorter episodes. Some of those scenes are long and drawn out and unnecessary, and quite frankly, I prefer a shorter watch. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because a whole 57 minutes, that's almost an hour long. I mean, the first episode alone was an hour, like 10 minutes. Let's not even get started on that. But anyways, let me rate the episode. I'll give it a 7. And the points that I haven't given it is because it's too long. I think I'm belaboring the point. Production, I think you feel me. I think there's still room and time to shorten those episodes further along, the ones that we haven't watched yet. Please, kindly. Anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna be referring to my notes because I'm doing reviews back to back from TikTok to Instagram, and now I'm jumping on here to my YouTube. Welcome to my channel. Right. Yeah, the scene with Kim and her hubby shopping. It was one of those scenes where we could have done without it. She's just catching up with her husband, kind of telling him what she thinks of the ladies. Her intuition is clearly correct, that there's a lot of personality clashes and some personalities that are quite big in the group that definitely will have some drama. I mean, yeah, she's right on that. That's pretty much all we saw. The fashions, in terms of what she was speaking, they were okay. The white dress that she said she didn't pick is the one I would have picked for her. But anyways, besides the point, that was just one of those scenes where it's like a filler scene, you know? Oh yeah, Abigail hosts Natasha at her home for dinner. That food looked scrumptious. These two seem to be acquaintances of some sorts. I think it was Natasha who mentioned that they met previously, they worked in the same industry, but I don't think they were friends. So them being in the same circle of friends via this Mummy Club, I guess they decided to kind of explore that friendship further, deepen it. But of course, Natasha was coming in a bit wary, a bit careful, watching what she's opening up about. And obviously, Abigail sensed that. But other than that, yeah, there's a bit of a thing there with Natasha and Abigail's age, and kind of calling out the fact that, you know, she's an older stepmom, or rather has been doing it longer, and her style of doing it is different from hers. And we see that kind of being explored further in the scene where Natasha meets her PA, McAllister. Speaking of McAllister, before I talk about their conversation, I got wind of the fact that McAllister is married with children, and I was like, side-eye, because he's giving like he belongs to the rainbow community. I mean, I'm not one to out anyone for whatever reason, or this is just my opinion, and that's what it's giving, guys. I don't know if you guys are watching or seeing what I'm seeing, because yeah, he thinks he's yeah, yes, you know what I mean. And there's nothing wrong with it, by the way, but the fact that he's married with kids is what's a bit okay. Maybe I'm labeling him something that is not, but let me not belabor that. Yeah, because y'all are seeing what I'm seeing, I guess. Yeah, so Natasha is just opening up to him and telling him about, you know, her dinner date with Abigail, and what she thinks of Abigail in terms of stepmom. And Abigail looks at it, according to Natasha, it's like it's a what did she call it? She called it generational, different generations and eras, and their styles are, it's like Abigail was kind of talking about the fact that you've signed up for this kind of a situation where you're a stepmom, so it's something you need to accept. Almost like it felt like Natasha was claiming that Abigail is looking at it like a burden more than like a blessing, because Natasha was saying that she's more friends with her stepkids because they're closer in age, but they respect her position. Anyways, yeah, I don't know whether that will bring some sort of a clash up the road, because I'm starting to see a pattern here of, there's the younger ladies and then there's the older ladies, and there's this age calling out kind of theme going on. And yeah, we saw it clearly here with Natasha and Abigail. Sidebar, how beautiful and gorgeous was Natasha's sari in her confessionals? Love it. I mean, I don't know much about Indian fashion, but that one looked so stunning. I mean, compared to the rest. Yeah, gorge. And yeah, we see Mia, Lenore's daughter. Ooh, Lenore's kids are stunning. Lenore's oldest, who we had seen previously in other episodes that she wanted to kind of shadow the twins because she's for her coursework. So yeah, we see her come to, is it Resh? I want to say Resh. Yeah, she comes to Resh's place of work, and Resh is with a client called Chloe, who we see is, of course, physically challenged, and she's been her patient since she was 3. Chloe looks like she's maybe a teenager at this point, or a young adult, one of the two. But Mia is, of course, learning under Resh's guidance. And yeah, we see them talk and bond. And it was nice to see them show the career side of the ladies through Resh. I mean, let's keep it 100. Resh and Losh don't have much of storyline aside from their careers and when they're in the group settings. So it was nice to see this side in terms of Resh's place of work and how she's helping Lenore's daughter. Yeah, pretty much that was the only thing I can see. It was more like a filler scene, and talked about the patient and the progress, showed what she does in terms of treatment for the patient. Yeah, it was an okay scene. It wasn't like monumental, to be honest. Yeah, I think that was it for the other scenes. The main scene, of course, is Lenore's event, and we see Lenore step out of the car with her hubby, and Lenore looks the F good, like banging body. I mean, I wouldn't have chosen that dress. It's yeah, sequins, whatever, but it showed off her figure quite well. I don't like that hair of hers. I'll keep it about. I don't like that hair. I guess it's her signature look, but yeah, I think I get the feeling she's had it for quite some time, and yeah, maybe eventually, hopefully, she changes it, maybe for the next season 2. But anyways, yeah, we see the ladies arrive, and we see Lenore and her kids and her family, her husband and her 3 beautiful children arrive. I like the fact that the kids and the hubby did the hubby get a confessional? I don't think I saw, but her kids are getting confessionals, and honestly, her kids are stunning. Like, Lenore has a beautiful, supportive family, and it helps the fact that her kids are adults for the better part. I think some are teenagers. Yeah, the last one is a teen. Her son looks like a young adult, I think, and her oldest is in uni. So they are old enough to be on screen, and they've been getting confessionals, and they look really good on screen. Honestly, such a beautiful family. Yeah, then we see the ladies arrive one by one. I think the first to arrive was Kim. Oh yeah, Kim in her Spanish inspired dress. She wanted to look like the dancing lady emoji on our emoji list. And yeah, she did look like the dancing lady. She looked cute with her bump. I liked her choice of dress. Yeah, I get her style. Her style is more demure, guys, demure. Yeah, if you guys have been following that trend. Yeah, we also saw one of the twins kind of shade Christina last week using that trend on her socials. Anyway, that's a sidebar. Yeah, Kim arrived. Davina is more, honestly, the look she went for was so pedestrian. I get the feel she's not the most stylish. She's just, a plain Jane type of a person. Her and Asharia give me those vibes. Yeah. Abigail looked spectacular. Resh looked also really good, but her twin Lush in the wet look brown leather skirt. Love that look. Abigail looked age appropriate and stylish and classy. And Christina, well, her shape, the dress really showed off her. She looks really good. For someone who's just had a baby, her snapback game, tops. But she looked like she was having a difficult time walking only because it was so long and, kind of fitted. And she didn't have a handbag, which Abigail actually is the one who made me notice in her confessionals when she called it out. Otherwise, I didn't notice, but yeah, she didn't have a handbag, which is odd when you're coming for an event. I mean, where was her phone? In her hand? I didn't look, but Sharia, I mentioned earlier, yeah, pedestrian. She arrived with flowers, which was commendable, and I feel like Christina is trying very hard to be the villain. I have my thoughts on, the commentaries, saying that like she's trying to kiss Bam by bringing flowers for Lenore. And Abigail was sweet and was like, that's really nice, and, of her to do that for Lenore. But yeah, I feel like in some instances, Christina is trying too hard to be the antagonist, to be the villain. But at the same time, she's an oddball, and we'll talk about why. We'll talk about it. Yeah, Lenore's eldest daughter takes charge of the event, and she's kind of like the moderator, the MC. And I like the fact that, Lenore has involved her family. They were there to support, her journey. She said her fashion journey of the brand was 20 years in the making. Well, good for her that it's coming to fruition when she's on TV, and it can grow. It can grow wider and bigger. I like the fact that one of the bags was environmentally friendly, and the way she explained how it was made, top. The biggest part, all her family members got to speak. Her son, her other last-born daughter, and then Lenore got to talk about her story, which was so powerful. Honestly, I'm glad she held this event because she finally got a chance to speak her truth, give us the in-depth version of who she is, what makes her, and the fact that they're a mommy club. Motherhood is a big part of their journey and their stories, and hers is a huge story. Hugs to her. That the stuff she's gone through, from one fallopian tube to, she said a ladder fell on her back at 29 weeks, which led to premature delivery of her second-born child, and the condition that she got, which is called, I wrote it down. She called it a myalgia. Sorry, guys, which is musculoskeletal condition, which is degenerative and doesn't have a cure. I'm gonna do more research on that. It sounds pretty serious. I don't know if it's the reason why she mentioned she quit dancing, because she said she was a dancer as in her career, but she said she hurt her knee. Was it an injury? Maybe it's based because of this condition. Skeletal something. It sounds like something to do with the bone structure of the body. Yeah. So, man, her story is deep. Her story is heavy. And she's really endured a lot. She's persevered a lot. And she also talked about participating in the KZN Miss India and her Indian heritage from her paternal side. And it seemed like at this point Christina's inside voice came out, and that's the issue with Christina. Christina doesn't have a filter. Davina even called it out. She said, this girl, just whatever she thinks just comes right out of her mouth. And that's literally what it felt like, because the things she was saying were genuinely out of curiosity, but the way she was saying them was like even I was like, skirt. Like, girl, like, do you hear what you're saying? It kind of sounds like you're, being a bit prejudiced. And this is the thing, I'll say this. I personally was educated at the fact that as long as you have Indian heritage, you can participate in a pageant, the KZN Miss India pageant. And I guess just like Christina, I was of the opinion like you have to be purely Indian, like presenting physically, but father and mother Indian. I was also thinking that, but I mean, she asked what we were all thinking, but just not in the best way. And even Natasha explained, as long as you qualify to be in the pageant, nobody will question your your eligibility while you're in it. You will go right to the end, which Lenore did and won at that. And I mean, even you could see the way when they were panning to Lenore's family's expressions when Christina was asking and going on and on and on about questioning her eligibility for running in the pageant. It was such an awkward moment. I mean, I can only imagine, because what we saw was the edited version. I can only imagine how intense and awkward it must have been when they were filming that scene, because she just started talking. So Christina is really gonna end up getting into a lot of trouble, especially for her confessionals. She's already gotten into trouble because of the things she's saying in the scenes. But like when Lenore was showcasing her bags, 1 minute, Christina's like, how much? How many can you buy at a go? And then the confessional is like, oh, they look so tacky and cheap. And girl, can you just... these are the moments where I'm like, she's trying too hard to be the villain. She wants to be the most memorable, the most talked about. And I mean, right now, even the fans, all they're talking about is Christina, to be honest. Let's give it a buck. That's all they're talking about. Christina. She's in everyone's lips, even mine. Okay. Yeah, and then the scene where now of course Lenore pulls Christina off to the side to kind of like talk to her and understand, girl, what is you doing? And girl, we cannot be doing that. So basically she had a word with Christina and tells her, girl, you talk too much, you don't listen. And Christina is just doubling. Even in the scene when Christina was asking the questions, it felt like she realized in the moment she was kind of being rude and offensive, and kind of looked like she was backpedaling, and because at some point she said, for you to have been in those times to have competed in such a competition, it's so brave of you. And then Davina and Lenore is like, why? Why? Is it because I'm colored? And I don't know, I'm paraphrasing, I can't remember everything, but that's basically the gist. But it looked like she was like, no, it's so brave of you, I'm in law school, I would never participate in a pageant. So it seemed like she was kind of backpedaling. But I do understand where she was saying she would appreciate to be educated. When now Lenore pulled her aside, she's like, I would like to be educated. And this is one thing I'll say. I want to say, because Christina kept mentioning the fact that we've only had conversations twice. We've only met once before this event of yours. And it was very clear that Lenore and Christina had never met prior to this show. And this is the thing that I'm getting. Because Lenore did say, even the first time we met, you felt the need to call out the fact that you're colored. I think Christina was genuinely probably thought that the cast would purely be Indian women. this is, follow me here, follow me. And knowing Christina so far, she's the kind of person who says what she's thinking. There's no filter. It just comes out of her mouth. And so that's probably why she felt the need to call out the fact that Lenore is obviously looks different. She's colored, and obviously this whole conversation of participating in Miss India as a colored lady with Indian heritage, like, I think Christina did not think there would be a colored lady among the group. She just thought they would be purely Indian. And I'm not excusing her behavior, because her behavior is strange. Her behavior is socially is not acceptable in terms of, like, social settings. Some things you just kind of don't call them out that way. So I think her delivery is the issue, and more than, it's her thoughts that are running faster than her words, No, her words are running faster than her thoughts. Yes. But anyway, they get into a heated exchange with Lenore, and Lenore is like, girl, I have had it with this girl, and, like, what are we doing? And they kept going back and forth, and the age thing came up again between them. And remember, I had said Natasha and Abigail, there was an age thing there, and now here we have Lenore and Christina having an age situation. So I have a feeling that there is kind of a theme going on here of the older and the younger crew. And where was Naliani? Isn't she part of this cast? I mean, we're even having McAllister, Natasha's PA, getting confessionals. She was conspicuously missing in this episode. Maybe next one we'll see her. Anyways, I won't belabor the point. You guys go watch the episode and see everything. I just feel like people are really talking about Christina and complaining and, really talking about her. But let's keep it 100. If there was no Christina, if there's no antagonist, if there was no villain, would we really have an entertaining show? Would you be entertained, people? So, low-key, I mean, I don't mind her awkward, weird self, but I don't know how long we'll be able to stand that kind of, personality. But I'm going to leave it off here. And guys, enjoy my review. Enjoy your weekend, because we're coming up to the weekend. And follow my other pages. I've linked the pages below. And let's catch you. Actually, I'll be doing another review very after this one, maybe a day after this one, because we're going to have the Real Houses of Nairobi Season 2 reunion part 2 dropping, and I'm definitely going to be talking about that one. So guys, I'll catch you on my next one. Bye.